Yeah. Your dad didn't talk to us for like 2 weeks straight. When we came home, my mom was like, let's go guy. And I was like, I was afraid to tell her that we were hanging out with guys, and I was like, no, we were at the store. My mom's like, no, I went to the store, you weren't there.
Guys, I remember.
And
I remember feeling bad that I got Nolo into trouble. And
I thought Winnie was gonna stick it out. Oh my gosh, guys, and now she did it. She just, I don't know, was it the fear of God that went into her when my mom looked at her, or what was going on? But she just flat out went, and she was like, no, we were at the park with some friends. And I was like, oh snap.
I've never been a good liar.
And then,
like lying for me, I'd rather be honest. And
oh my gosh. But you know what, for me, it was a great lesson. I wasn't inclined, because I'm a bad liar as well. My mom could tell that this girl,
But sometimes you feel like you need to not be honest just to
avoid the level of trouble. But I learned that it's better to be honest through and through and get in trouble for being completely honest rather than to tell a lie. And still get into trouble. And the trouble is even far more than had you told the truth. Yeah.
Guys, and but to be honest, I feel like parents just liked getting us, like, some things didn't deserve us getting into trouble. We didn't do anything wrong. Literally, we just, excuse me, we're literally at the park doing nothing.
We were at the park playing,
having conversations
and stuff. Anyway,
and
then my mom asked, like, so were these friends of you guys, like, were you guys hanging out with girls or guys? And I was like, they were guys. I said to her, it was guys, like, but when you say guys, you know how we talk these days. You're like, oh, hey guys. So it's a general thing. It doesn't
boys
really
and girls,
point
guys.
At gender, right? And my mom was like, I need specifics. I need to know, were they boys or were they girls?
Oh no, I feel so bad now that I think about it.
And then I didn't answer her, and my mom looks at Weenie. Winnie's like, no, they were guys from this and this school. They're friends of ours. And my mom was like, I don't know. She just went on. She was like, Winnie, I'm calling your father. Da, da, da. We got in so much trouble.
So unnecessary.
We got in so much trouble. As soon as Winnie's dad came over to pick her up. Ooh, he didn't even greet us when we came outside to say hi. He did not even greet us. Oh my gosh, it was so intense. And my mom was just, she was so furious. But he was also quite upset. He didn't talk to us for a whole 2 weeks. I remember going to Winnie's house. We'd be there trying to make him tea and stuff. He just was not having it. He would not talk to us because we went to hang out with boys in the park.
Guys.
It was so funny. And so when I think about it, I was like, nothing happened. But anyway, after my mom calmed down, I was able to talk to her and tell her, you need to be able to trust that the values that you've instilled in us.
And I think that's as a parent now, for me, I think that's so important to want my kids to be completely honest with me. Like, I don't want my kids to feel like they need to lie to me, they need to hide anything from me. Yeah. As long as trust your teachings that you've instilled in me. That's what it is for me. And we listened as much as maybe we didn't look like we listened, but we actually listened. We didn't say it out loud that, okay, you've taught me this, and we lived it, and we were very careful, we were very cautious, we were very
other than that,
basically. Like, we were scared of everything. Like, we didn't you're like, the possibility of danger here is 100. I'm not going.
I was worse. I was so paranoid to the point where even hugging somebody who smoked, in my mind I thought my lungs were turning black. No, like I was next level. But anyway, I just remember how that went, and I remember just sitting my mom down or my parents down, and I was like, you just need to trust that what you've taught me is what's gonna stick.
Are you leaving? Gee, let me give you a hard quick look. No, continue.
Oh yeah, the lessons that you've taught me are what have stuck. One of the verses that we grew up learning.
Are you gonna come back?
Oh no.
Okay, love you.
One of the verses that we grew up learning was train up a child in the way that they should go. When they get older, they won't depart from it. And so it was that, like, they taught us to live a certain way, and we were also taught to be quite open. I think we were quite frank with our parents. So for them to suddenly feel like they couldn't trust our judgment in that moment
was disappointing.
Yeah, in that moment I was really hurt by that. But you know, I was able to go back and like talk to them, and you know, it was resolved at the end of the day. But yeah, I remember that like yesterday. It always makes me laugh when I think about it, and I'm always reminding her about it.
And that's funny that you say that. I remember now certain things just making me feel so disappointed in the parents, like, hey boy, like trust, like I'm saying, trust your own teachings. You've taught me to be a certain type of person, and now you like believe me, trust in me, and know that I'm going to do right, and I will make good decisions and responsible decisions by, you know. So there was a level of disappointment where I felt like, but your anger is just on another level.
Not necessary.
It's so unnecessary because I already know what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do. But as a parent, I guess I understand, but I feel like you could have done better. You could have responded better to a certain situation where it didn't need to get to where it got.
So intense.
Through communication, you could have just asked, and we could have been, or we would have felt free and comfortable enough to just say, oh, but you know, let's just have a conversation.
The way it was asked in the first place. I mean,
exactly, you know, like you're coming at me now. I'm scared to even be honest with you.
It makes me laugh so much now. Like I was like, wow.
Now it's funny. Then
it wasn't funny then. It was not funny at all. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Anyway, so yeah, and for me anyway, that's how we. What were we talking about before? Like that's how we became friends for me. Like the second time we went out, it was a pair of jeans. We happened to wear the same jeans. It was the weirdest thing.
Guys, I used to wear the same size as Non. Can we just go back to that?
You used to wear the same jeans. Would you stop? I think you are beautiful. Stop that. I always say I like, for me now, I'm not as small as I used to be. But I told myself that I wouldn't stress about my weight, because
I'm not stressing about it. I just, people know me now as this size, and they think I've never been.
What, you're still 16? How old were we then? They should be serious. Let's be serious. People need to just be serious. They need to be serious. You still look good, so that's all right.
Anyway, guys, what other stories do we have, Chomi? We've been talking for 30 minutes
already.
Already, and there's so many stories.
So many.
So we used to do a lot of things together. We did pageants together. We used to sing together at church. I was always off key. Off key.
She thinks that she was, but she actually
I was so insecure with my singing because
Nono was just about to say that.
Nono is an amazing singer. She is an incredible singer. So when you stand next to her and she sings and she vibrates,
you're so dramatic.
And then I'm there. Then she makes me get off tune and off key. Then I'm listening to her voice and I'm listening to my voice, and then I'm sounding skew, and I'm like,
oh my god! I think that's a personal opinion. It's not like that. Not at all. It really isn't like that.
She's just being nice.
No, I'm not. If like, I'm very particular about what I want to hear. What lands on my ears is so important to me. It's not a small thing, and I've even become worse now that I'm older. But I would tell you if it wasn't working.
Yeah.
It was like, it's like that time your dad decided to sing R. Kelly's song randomly out of nowhere. I was just gone. Getty tells like,
yo, we were laughing. Like,
I didn't even know he knew such songs.
I think my dad was going through a midlife crisis, and he was just going through the most.
Oh, where is he? Oh my gosh,
I've got so many memories like that I can think of.
So many
funny moments.
We've
slept at each other's houses. Obviously, like, her home feels like home to me.
Same.
And I'm sure vice versa. Like, you know, like the relationship it doesn't get more genuine than this. She's been in Ghana for what, almost 2 years? 3 years. And we've kept the relationship going. There were times where in our relationship where there was some silence, and only because now we're older, I'm married, I've got kids, you know, she's also busy and she's away, she's not even in the country, and she was working, I was working, and we just didn't get time to really communicate. But even through that process, for me, I never felt like the love was fading.
No,
and
no,
the efforts that she's made, you know, like she came to Cape Town. You came to Cape Town twice.
Yeah.
She's been to Cape Town twice when I had my surgery, the gallbladder stuff. She was there when I had Laula. She was there, and she paid for her own flights.
I did. I mean, isn't that what people do?
No, other friends would expect you to pay for them if they're gonna come. Show me how about like it, you know. But I appreciate her so much, and I appreciate you so much. Like just to have like Nono is insane, guys. Like she makes me feel like such a good person. Like you don't understand.
But you are, like that's the thing. I mean I'm not saying, because you know I think one of the things that I've learned was, one of the things that I've learned, and I'm sure everyone is aware of this, everyone has
some cool
two sides. Yeah, everybody has two sides.
Which one and which one?
Has a bad side and a good side.
A good side.
That's just the general makeup of a person. But, you know, with this being there, you also choose what you do. I don't know if that makes sense. We have free will.
Of the decisions that you make.
Exactly. And so it is up to you to make good decisions. It is also up to you to make bad decisions. We are capable of doing both good and bad. And so, in my opinion, you're a wonderful person. Not that we all have our things. You get it. But you are a wonderful person. I can confidently say
but like Nono doesn't have any bad things. That's like Nono is such an amazing person. Nono literally just God decided, you know what, you're a problem. You need a little angel on the side. Zaya. And she put her there, you know, like
I feel like I've been the problem. Like that person
there's no way.
Winnie.
Yeah, I mean every now and then I'm like you know, that little angel that's here, and you're like, I don't want to listen to you, like, don't bother me. And you want to listen to this one, but this one is like, oh, you know, I end up going with Nono because she keeps me sane, she gets me out of trouble, she keeps me out of trouble. But yeah, guys, I don't know, comment below if you have friendships like this,
like ours,
you know, like ours.
Yeah.
And tell us your stories with your friends. There's so much more. Like literally, we could
There's
go
a lot.
on.
We could go on forever. This is one of our favorite topics.
We call each other and we speak about each other.
Yeah.
For like 3 hours. Just discussing our friendship. And I think that's what I appreciate about our friendship. The fact that we focused and we've invested so much in our friendship instead of focusing on other people or other relationships outside.
We decided to make when we were younger, you know, in the early stages of our friendship. You know, we decided that we wouldn't be those people that talk about other people. If we're going to discuss something, let's talk about something that directly affects us and whatever's going on in our personal lives. You know, it's
we've mastered that so much. Now I'm trying to think now. I'm like every call or conversations we've had, literally it's just about what's happening in our own lives. Nothing about anybody else, unless it's just a matter of, hi, when was the last time you spoke to who, you know? But nothing like, oh my gosh, did you hear? Did you see?
It's like we already told ourselves that nothing negative will come out of our mouths about people. You know, we're not,
and it doesn't benefit our lives.
There's nothing. It's not going to help us grow. It's not going to help us become wiser. It's not going to. There's nothing to gain from talking about somebody else
or bad about somebody else.
No, there isn't. And you know, it's just a decision that we decided to do in our friendship, so that it is, you know, we pray that as we do this, it's like the purest form of friendship that we can give each other. And even with other people, we want to maintain that genuineness as we encounter new people. You know, so it's one of those things.
Are we done? Are we gonna call it a day? I just keep thinking of more and more things, but the video is already almost 40 minutes long. Guys, for those who are watching, who are still watching, thank you so much for tuning in, for continuing to watch, for continuing to listen. I hope you learned something today. I hope it has awakened something in you, or we have instilled something in you, or you've just enjoyed the video because maybe you already know all the stuff that we've mentioned and you've already experienced everything that we've mentioned. So I just hope you've had a good time and enjoyed listening to our story, our journey. There's so much, literally. We could spend the whole night.
Forever. Oh,
talking about different things, different memories.
Yeah.
Like we are like, hey guys, we've had so many funny moments as
funny
well.
Moments, hilarious moments.
There's a lot.
I always think about like different. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. There's a lot. I remember when we got pregnant with Amache. Sorry, this just suddenly came. Like her mood swings were crazy. The thing is, I don't think she knew that she was pregnant with Amache at that time. But suddenly she just lost it. And I think I can't remember, but we were in the kitchen. It's either I wanted food or, and back in the day, I didn't like cooking so much. So she used to do all the cooking for us. Or I was asking for coffee or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But she just snapped. You snapped.
And who you?
I was like, in my mind, I was like, and I think I said to you, like, there's something wrong. What the heck is wrong with you? Like, how are you going to snap at me like that? And you're like, dang it. I don't know. You ended up going to the room. You were just bored. And I was like, what the heck?
I don't even know. I don't even remember.
You don't even remember.
I think I blocked it out.
And then I think about a week or two later, that's when you told me, like, yo, friend, I'm pregnant.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. And I was like, I thought so. Actually, when you had your outburst, in my mind, the first thing that came to mind was like, are you pregnant or something?
I think maybe
but I didn't think that it would be that. Like, I'm really naive, so I didn't think that it would be that at all. But yeah, that was one of like my favorite memories. It made me laugh.
How is this a favorite?
It's a favorite because
now you're making me feel like
you're generally not somebody who snaps and gets angry. That's what surprised me that day. I was like, what?
I don't even remember.
You know, that's what caught me off guard. Like I know that.
Shame, but you see, these are the things that she keeps in, and I don't even remember. And I feel so bad now
because I've never seen you like that ever again. That's what makes me laugh about it.
Shame, Chumi.
No, it's okay. I totally understood. Like, and that moment, I decided not to get angry because I was like, that never works out well. Two people just getting. That's another thing we kind of learn to do. If the other person is like up here, the other person just decides to be that humble person and
or just laughs it out like, girl, you get over it.
Yeah, you'll just have to get over it.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
That's another thing. Okay, before y'all go, remember to fight for your friendships because there will be difficult times, but you know it's the effort that you put into it that makes.
And remember to apologize. I'm sorry.
And remember to apologize.
Guys, I don't even remember that incident, but I feel bad already.
No, don't.
But I think apologizing is important. When you know that you're wrong in any friendship, there are times where I've had a conversation maybe with a certain friend and I felt like I was too honest. And you can be honest with your friends, but it's also the delivery and your honesty. Sometimes somebody is at a point where they're so fragile that your honesty sounds painful. But even they know when they sit there, they go like, she's right, you know, like, but did you really have to say it like that, Chomi? You know, like, so there are times where I've sat and I was like, hey, I know I was being honest, but was my delivery polite? Was my delivery with love and
said in love,
you know? And then I think about it, and the minute it bothers me, I feel like it should bother. It probably bothers the other person.
That's exactly how I think.
So I would go back and say, "Yo, Chomi, I'm sorry. My intention was never to hurt you. If I did, I'm sorry."
Or whatever,
you know. And sometimes, honestly, you're going to be honest with somebody. You won't even think that. You feel like Chomi, but you know, you understand me, you understand how I speak and whatnot. But apologizing is very important and acknowledging when you are in the wrong and when you've hurt somebody just because you feel like what you said needed to be said. Somebody else might not deliver it or accept it the way you meant it. So apologizing, being caring, loving, patient, understanding, polite, tolerant, respectful. So important in friendship. Honesty.
And honest.
And laughter.
And laughter. Don't forget to throw in some jokes. I'm cheesy for days.
We are so corny. Like no understands my sense of humor. Like I think I'm the most hilarious person I know. Like I'm so funny.
And I think you're funny.
I know. We both understand our sense. Like we've sat with people who we used to be called blondes for the longest time. Like people, I think you've also called me blonde.
Yeah.
But guys,
Oh my gosh, when you say that, I remember my birthday. Oh my gosh, I was like, Whitney, it's not even the right song. Oh my gosh.
Guys, but here's the thing, we've said with people who didn't get our sense of humor, but because we understand each other.
Yeah, we just do, and we love each other so much. Like we get each other, and we think we're so funny. Like we enjoy each other's company, guys. There's no effort. I don't know if that makes sense. It's effortless.
Yeah,
definitely effortless.
It's beautiful.
It is.
I feel like God needs to create a partner for somebody.
Yeah.
This kind of relationship for everybody.
I think
that
so
way
as well.
People won't be sad. That way people won't be depressed, because the minute you feel lonely and sad and a little bit depressed, then you've got somebody to have a conversation with who gets you out of that.
I was actually saying to my little sister, Mama, said that, you know what, I realized over time that the type of friendship we have is rare, and not many people. You would think that this type of friendship is common, but it actually isn't. There are more people that don't have this type of friendship than we realize.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing, and we need to see it as that. Because it's not everyone that has someone they can call and be completely and brutally honest with and pour their heart out without feeling judgment or without feeling...
And it's not a friendship that needs to be maintained by lifestyle.
No.
Like a certain type of lifestyle. Like we don't need to be going out every single weekend to keep our relationship going.
Absolutely.
We are not into, my friend, what did you buy? Like materialistic things. You know, I feel like there are certain friendships nowadays where we get along because you are chomi gona le party go guy this weekend. You chomi mare beke ga go le nna ke batla.
And that's that thing, I can't be that person, and I'm grateful that I have a friend who is accepting of that. Other than that, she's like that as well. So I don't feel under pressure. It's exactly what we were talking about earlier on. I don't feel under pressure with her to be a certain way, to behave a particular way, to have this or to have that or not to have this, to look a particular way. No. So, I mean, it's a blessing. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a few years, how many years has it been now?
I don't know.
If we were 16, 2016.
We were 16.
I don't even know how old we are, but over 10 years now, right?
Yeah, it's like almost 14 years.
Yeah, it's been a lot of years. We've stopped counting because we know it's a forever kind of relationship.
Yeah, at this point, it's like
sounding so romantic.
Yeah. It's a forever type of deal.
Yeah. I think you should tell them the story about, because you know what I just thought of? I think I'm going to do 2 parts. So I'm going to do 1 part video, part 1, and then we'll have part 2 because it's already so long.
Yeah. Tell them about
the birthday song.
Oh yeah, so I don't even remember what birthday it was. So I don't think we were around the same. She was probably already in Cape Town, right?
I don't know. I think I was still at home.
But I was somewhere.
Is it?
Not nearby. Yeah.
I think of another incident.
And I remember she calls me early in the morning wanting to wish me a happy birthday. It's something that we try to do.
Yes.
We've been doing this for years, yes. So she calls me early in the morning and she starts singing happy birthday with so much enthusiasm. But the thing is, the melody to this happy birthday song was not the right one. Everyone knows, the normal one that we know. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to... No, this young lady right here, she calls me and she's like, I wish you a happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday.
Until you get to the top,
and then she gets to this part, and then she's like, "Oh wait, friend, this is the wrong song." I laughed so hard because she was so genuine and so excited about wishing me happy birthday. But the song was the wrong one.
The words were right.
She took a Christmas Carol and put in happy birthday in there, and I just died because I don't think she was aware.
And at the beginning, I didn't even realize
I totally cut it. Like, I was gone with laughter from the moment she started.
Until I got to the high key, and I'm like, hey man,
this is the wrong
how
song.
do I turn now? I'm like, why does it sound like the next verse is and a happy new year? And I'm like, no.
Like, wait, it's the wrong song. And then she bursts out laughing because it's only then that it dawned on her that, she used the wrong melody.
Yeah. That's funny.
That was like one of the best. I think that day I literally laughed the whole day. I remember telling my parents and they just couldn't. They couldn't keep it inside. It was we were like, it's so typical of her to do something like this. I've always said to a certain degree she could be such an airhead. It's so funny. It is so funny. My little blondie.
But I feel like people where I live now in Cape Town, they haven't really tapped into that the corny side. I feel like I found a few people.
What, you're like really serious?
I'm very serious. Which is funny
your facial expression. Sorry. Oh my word.
I think I want to be taken seriously, so I always pretend to be the serious person.
No, but
serious people.
Why won't people take you seriously if you're talking about serious stuff?
I don't know.
Like, or do you just want to come off as like scary? Don't mess with me.
No, not even. Like I've had people say to me, "Yo, we thought you're so stuck up. We thought you're so mean."
But we grew up with all
It's
of
because if I don't know you and if you haven't said hi or I haven't said hi, I just really try to keep to myself and I have a serious look on my face. But the minute you say hi, I'll be like, I'll make conversation with you, and it's gotten better over time.
It actually makes me sad when people do that. In Ghana, I struggled with the same thing. A lot of people thought I wasn't approachable just based on how I look. They just assumed that I wasn't friendly. I was I was not approachable. And with time, they learned. They're like, "Oh, you're actually a really nice person," and we didn't expect you to have the type of character you have, which kind of makes me sad. I wish, like to a certain degree, I thought maybe my face wasn't friendly.
Yes.
Because my face is not friendly, friend.
Sometimes.
Shush, get out.
Sometimes she looks scary. I'm joking. She looks very serious. But no,
Yeah,
I know what you mean, because now when somebody said you look stuck up, I felt so offended because I was like, me? Of all the people in the world,
the
like,
one
I'm
I
the nicest
remember us
person I
hearing
know.
in high school was, y'all look like snobs.
Yeah.
That used to get to me because I was like, y'all don't even know us.
I didn't even care. Like, I was just like...
It used to annoy me, especially because, it's something if you're chilling with people and you're with them day to day, and you're with them day to day, and they're like, oh then you're a snob. But then what bothered me, most of the people that would come up and be like, you're snobs, are people that didn't know
interact with us.
No, they didn't.
I think it's just sometimes it's how we behaved, and not that we behaved in a snobbish way, but we were well put together.
I think we were groomed a certain way.
For school kids, we were very well. For high school kids, we were very well together.
Put together, yeah. Very put.
What did I just say? Well together. We were very well put together.
Like I'm saying, I think we were groomed a particular way. So people's inability to respect the way we were groomed and just,
will interpret it in a different
way. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Are we done?
I think we are. Are you? This could go on forever, honestly.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I got to see you before going back to Cape Town.
And today's the 31st.
Today's the 31st, guys. Merry
by the grace of
Christmas,
God, we'll be crossing over to
New Year. By the time you see this, it will probably be, I don't know when I'm going to upload it. Definitely not today, because today's the 31st.
It'll be 2021. You know that for sure.
Lighting candles. President Cyril Ramaphosa, we need to be lighting candles, guys. Please put on your masks, sanitize. Guys, so many people are losing their lives. This is so serious. So many people are sick. It's affecting so many families. And like you said, until it happens to you, you don't really know the pain that other people, thousands of other people have gone through and are going through. It's really sad. So please take it seriously.
Appealing mostly to the young people, because I feel like we are still under the notion that we won't get sick, like the president was saying, and we think we're healthy, but we don't realize that we're endangering other people.
Exactly.
As well. So be considerate, be a wise young person, and by the grace of God, we'll get through this.
Yeah. Happy New Year's, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've done a sit down, and yeah, guys, Happy New Year.
New Year.
Do we drink? Show me, Badu, we have to do cheers. We're looking into each other's eyes. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
That's good.